I have to tell you a funny story that was related to me by an employee in one of my companies last week. We were talking about their young child, and their child is under the age of 5. And this employee was sharing with me how he went into his child's room and it was a total disaster. And he asked his child, "Why do you do this?" And his child responded by saying, "I doed it because I doed it." And it's really a funny story, but it's so true. You know, the innocence of children, they speak truth. It doesn't matter, right? So many of us are that way. You know, sometimes we do things we don't understand or we can't figure out. Like, why did I make that decision? And I guess our response is the same as that child's. You know, I doed it because I doed it. You know, we are all broken people. None of us are perfect. We make mistakes. We do things we shouldn't do. And I hope that we can remember something that Jesus taught when he was talking about how to pray to God, and he instructed his disciples one particular thing to pray for, and that's forgiveness. He said, you know, ask God to help us to be able to forgive others as God has forgiven us. Forgiveness is such a powerful weapon, if you will, as a tool to really deflate things and to make things better, to bring peace into relationships. But it's not it's not an easy thing to do. It's actually difficult to do sometimes, depending on how deeply we're offended or hurt. You know, I hope we can just be able to remember when we're with other people that sometimes they doed it because they doed it, you know, that they are people that mess up, and that we have the ability to forgive others. And, you know, every morning before I go into my companies, I pray that prayer, you know, God, help me to be able to forgive others as you've forgiven me. You know, it just gives me the ability to be able to listen, and no matter if I'm offended or not, just to be able to listen and respect people. And honestly, I don't always achieve that, but that's my goal each day. And also, it's my hope that people will exercise that towards me, because sometimes I mess up too, and I may offend somebody, and you know, it's just the way life is. None of us are perfect, like I said earlier, and we will sometimes hurt people, offend people. Sometimes we are hurt by people or offended by people. And I just ask you to consider who in your life needs to be forgiven by you, and maybe who in your life you need to receive forgiveness from. It's not an easy thing sometimes, but it's something that I think is very much needed if we want peace in our lives. If I can help you figure any of that out or process any of that, please let me know. All my contact information is down below in this email, and I would love to serve you in any way that I can. Have a great day.